The last time I went to an agency was in 2020. So I wanted to like get COVID-19 data set and I was charged 600,000 naira.
So yeah, I would like to call on the first speaker, Olumide, to come and give us a really interesting. So, like I said, this meetup is around building AI or using AI to build within Africa, right? And there are a lot of companies or individuals who are building stuff with AI as well as using AI to build stuff as well, right? As well as building AI within Africa. And we want to connect with those people, we want to know what they are doing. And the first person who will come and say, tell us about what he's doing and what he's building with AI within his own company is Olumide. He's a startup founder for Spidra, and he will talk about what he does at Spidra and how he's building Spidra for Africa.
My name is Shittu Olumide, right? And I'm going to be talking about turning the African internet into an API with autonomous agents. That's a very long topic, right? But I'm going to like, break it down very well so that all of us can, understand and just flow with it, right? So can you please go back? So this is me. This is also me. And this is me. So it all depends on the day you meet me, okay? So on the day you meet me like this, just know it's me, just accept me, okay? So next slide. So I'm a software engineer and a technical writer. So I'm basically working in AI, MLOps communities and companies for like the past 5 years now. So, and it was through the MLOps community, I got to meet Tobe, I got to meet Steven, and they've been, wonderful and amazing friend, right? So you guys don't even understand the power of communities actually, especially the MLOps community. I've been what's the word for it? Okay, there's no point in using big word, but I have benefited from it actually because I worked at Orc AI. So it was an MLOps and AI Ops observability company, right? And I got the job from the MLOps community. What did I do? I just sent a message to one of the co-founders. I didn't even know he was a co-founder. I just sent him a message and I got employed. Like it was that easy actually. Well, it may be a one-of-one, but at least it was through the community that I got the job. So please, communities are very important. Like very important. I'm not even going to lie to you. They can help you speed up your growth and everything. So leverage it is very good. So back to the house. Sorry, can you go back, please? So no. All right. So and currently, I'm also the co-founder of Spidra. So and I still work with another company. I have to eat. So in my free time, I love to sleep and I watch movies a lot. Currently, I'm watching C. I don't know who've seen it before, but that's what I'm watching currently. So I have a YouTube channel, Velcast Podcast. You can check it out when you are free. Next slide, please. Do you know this guy? If you know this guy, please can you raise your hand? This front row, you guys don't know this guy. So now this guy, this guy right here, is the guy they're telling you not to be scared of. Okay? This is the guy that's going to take your job. All right? This dude right here, number one bullshit guy. Sorry. This guy is going to take your job. All right. So this is why I had to like bring up this guy. His name is Claude. So get familiar with the name. This guy, the more they raise money, the more they render some people jobless. That's how terrible they are. I don't like them, but I use them every day. All right. So if you are following their Twitter updates, you will see that recently they launched a new feature that you don't even need to touch your computer anymore. Is that crazy? So this is the guy that I tell you not to be scared of, but you need to be, scared of him. It's very good. Next slide, please. All right. So there's a data challenge in Africa. We are all aware of it, right? So number one thing is that African markets generate massive amount of data, but it's heavily scattered across unstructured and unstandardized websites. If you've actually tried to like grab data, the last time I went to an agency was in 2020. So I wanted to like get COVID-19 data set and I was charged 600,000 naira for a data set that is not even structured, it's still even scattered. They were going to their live update website to just download it for me. That was what they were doing. So is that crazy, right? Then startups and SMEs typically lack the massive engineering bandwidth needed to build and maintain robust data pipeline. So now we have problems that data can solve, but acquiring reliable and clean data remains the hardest truth, although actually. So we guys, most of us, how many of us are data scientists, data analysts here? A show of hands. Okay, good. So we know that there are several problems that data can solve in Nigeria. So for example, I'm going to go a little bit into politics, just a little bit into politics right now. You see the news publishing news that 12 people were kidnapped, and the so-called kidnappers will come out and say they kidnapped 193 people. Can you say there's a clash? So data is very, very important because it's going to like help a lot of decisions, right? So please can you go to the next slide? So now, talking about agentic AI, right? Oftentimes, every one of us here, we use ChatGPT for almost everything. We need to write emails, we need to write articles. Some of us even used to generate code back then, right? Before we found Claude. So oftentimes, what you just do is you just type in your hard-coded scripts that break any moment, right? You just okay. How many of you know about agents? Let's start from there. All right, so let's take it stage by stage. So you guys know POS agents downstairs everywhere, right? So now instead of you going into the bank to actually go and like work with bankers and queue, do all those nonsense, right? So you go to all these POS agents. A very good agent that can tell you is OP agents. They are almost everywhere. So you can create account and OP agents. You can get an ATM card. You can transfer. You can withdraw. Those are agents. So they function like the bank would function, but they are not like the bank on its own, right? So they are like your first contact in case you want to like go to do any banking activity. So they are agents. So now coming to AI right now. So now the previous way is for you to just prompt and you get the response. So basically, what the AI. Sorry, am I going too fast? Sorry, am I going too fast? All right, cool. So the traditional way is for you to just prompt, wait for a response to come, then you prompt again, wait for a response to come. So everything's solely dependent on you, right? So now I'm going into AI agents right now, agentic AI, whatever they want to call it now. So the AI agents are smart enough to make decisions on its own without relying completely on you to actually like, prompt them to do all these things. You give them what you want to do, then they make decisions on their own. Then you can come accept some of the decisions they make, decline some, reject some, but they just go through the entire flow for you and just come up with a solution for you. You can call it an MVP, you can call it a version one, whatever you want to call it. So you can now build from there. So that's some of the benefit of using AI agents compared to the traditional way. Next slide. So now the impact of AI agents or agentic AI is that there's a massive reduction in downtime and pipeline maintenance, right? Agents adapt to dynamic layouts, contextual, understand what data matters and reliably extract. So what I'm doing here basically is I'm mixing it up with something I'm going to like show you guys next so that you can understand where we are going. So next slide, please. All right, so meet Spidra. So like I mentioned in the introduction that I happen to be the co-founder of Spidra, right? So Spidra is my brain work. So me and a couple of friends, we are five in number. So we are building Spidra. So what's Spidra? In simple terms, Spidra is a no-code AI-powered web scraping and crawling platform that enables developers, project managers, and businesses to extract structured web data effortlessly using natural language. Let's sum it up. Now, what's Spidra, right? I've read the high-level jargons to you guys. So basically, it's a platform. Data is important. Most of all the data that was used like train the major large language model you see out there, they are all gotten from the web. It's even very, very important. I was reading a research by some Chinese guys when they're talking about the Bitcoin. So most of all the data they use to like build everything, they did not even source, they downloaded everything from the web, right? So they're constantly scraping the web to get more data to train their AI models, right? So that's why you see in the early part of this year, if you are very conversant on Twitter, you see several jobs on AI training. They will tell you to join Xfield, they'll tell you to join Handshake AI. I don't know how many of you were seeing it then. Cool. So what they are doing in essence is that they're just looking for guys that will help humanize all this training data. They've already downloaded some of all these data sets, right? So now they're just looking for that human touch, right? Because all these models they differ from each other based on capabilities, based on size, based on the training size, like different capabilities, right? So these guys are looking for people that will just come, analyze all this data, compare result and just like improve their large language model. So what Spidra is doing is we are helping you to scrape all these data sets very, very easy. In 2020, so I got a job with one company. The name of the company was Invisible Tech, right? So I was to build a web script. I was writing a web scraping script for them. Right. This is a very very short story. So it was during lockdown. I was in Ikeja Dokpemu. So I was meant to write a script that scrapes the web. So to get like it was scraping a menu list. So I wrote the code, everything was working, but my code will run and I won't get any data. So then I was using Selenium and Gspread. I can't forget. So everything was working, but I was not getting any data from the website. So I just kept on complaining. I was like, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? So I had a friend that was working in the company at the time. So I sent him the script that, please, can you just let me take a look at this and let me know what you think? So he saw it and he gave me just one advice. I was like, Olumide, calm down. Your code is working, everything feels right. But the problem is that there's a wait time that you're not setting. So now what was happening is that the script was working, but it was firing before the website loads. So I should have waited a bit, allowed the page to load before scraping it. That was the fix actually. I felt dumb, but I felt happy actually because I got the job. So now, fast forward to 2025 last year, we started building Spidra. So we put all these things into consideration, and that's why we're building this. So this is our website, www.spidra.io. You can check it out right now whenever you're free. But please, I need your attention now, people. Next slide. So some of our use cases include lead generation, data enrichment, price monitoring, real-time monitoring, and market research. We are a new company, so we're growing small. So, but for now, we've had customers that have like used our platform for these 5 use cases, and they've reaching out to us from time to time, right? Especially this has been very, very crazy, right? So, like I said in the beginning, it's a no code, meaning that anybody can use it. You don't need to learn how to code. Just prompt it, get me data from this, and it will get it for you. Just put the target URL inside it, and to scrape or crawl, whatever you want to do, and just give it to you in a very structured format. I will have demoed for you guys, but I don't know how many minutes I have. Anyways, let's move on. So we also offer, please, can you go back a bit? Yeah, thanks. And we also offer custom solutions. So just in case you are trying to like do some stuff that is on an high level and you want us to actually like help you to custom solution, we can help you write a script that you just have to run and you can use. So I'm talking about scripts right now. So that's because we also have an API that you can use in case you want more flexibility as a developer, right? But our selling point is the no code actually. So next slide, please. So behind the scene, right, we have intelligence workers, we have the agentic extraction, we have the automated resilience and instant delivery. So all these are just big grammars, right? But we have agents that intelligence workers that are working. So some of our workers are like our crawling workers, our scraping workers, several. Then for the agentic extraction. So this is the part that we are really using AI. So layout of website changes, especially now that we are in an age where everybody's bootstrapping aggressively using AI. You go to a website today, you will be different from the website, and you will be different from what you see next week, right? So all these web layouts, they are changing. So it's hard to keep up. So assuming you are using the brittle method of writing, maybe you are using Beautiful Soup or you are even using any JavaScript library you want to use, right? So adapting to that kind of layout is going to be very, very hard for you because that means you have to come back every now and then to update your script, which is hard. So that's why we are using AI. So currently we're using Gemini models, right? So it's going to adapt to the new change of the website and it's going to like scrape it for you. So we also have like features like integration. So in case maybe you want your script to like run maybe every two days, then send to your email, you can set stuff like that. And you can also create a preset. So the presets are just preset configurations basically. So maybe you wrote your prompt and the website and you just save it so anytime you come back to run it, you easily run it. So you can do that too. So we also have the automated resilience and instant delivery. So you can just check it out. I promise you, you will love it. You will love it. So next slide. This part you clap for me. Clap now. Oh yeah, hold on. We're not done. We're not done. Next. So how is Spidra following the African ecosystem, right? So we're leveling the playing field. So if you do a quick search right now, the top web scraping companies, you won't see any African product there. You won't. One of our craziest competitor is Firecrawl AI. They are good. I'm not saying this on here, but they are very, very good. So these guys, they are Americans. Yeah, there's white privilege and all, but they are good. So there's Zenrose, there's Firecrawl AI, there's Oxylab. There are plenty actually. So most of all this, there are no African solutions there. And that was one of the hardest problem we had when we were, starting out. We were talking to people, and almost the people we spoke to, they don't know what web scraping is, right? We asked them, what do you know about web scraping? They be like, what's web scraping? So user education was one of like our biggest issue. So we have to like sit down, start like explaining what web scraping is. Okay, this is web, this is scrape. You take the web, and you scrape it. Simple, right? So it was very, very hard. So we're trying to level this playing field. So we're empowering small African startups to gather enterprise level intelligence, such as inventory, computer data, etc., without an enterprise budget. Yes, our economy is growing, right? So you don't need to like pay $500 to like just get a monthly subscription to a platform where you can come to our platform and get it for less, right? So that's one of the benefits, and that's what we are bringing to the African ecosystem. We're also fueling local AI models. So by providing access to high quality data sets to actually like train, because we actually need our own AI models here. So I made a post one time on LinkedIn because I was really concerned a bit because now almost all of us were using AI models, right? We use it every day. And there was a time that there was this, my timeline was filled with learn AI automation, learn AI automation, learn AI automation. I was like, when are we going to learn how to even build our own AI models, our own large language models ourselves? Because we Africans, I'm sorry to say, but we like to consume a lot, right? So I just made a post that it's time for us to start competing actually. Because until we start competing, these people won't see us as, they won't take us serious actually. So I made a post about it. So building our own local AI models also give us that hedge actually, and trust me, it will give us that hedge. So also accelerating aggregators, so enable fast-growing sectors like e-commerce, real estate, and jobbers to actually like pull disparate online inventory and automacy. For this e-commerce, I don't know which e-commerce source are you guys using, because I don't know if you guys saw the news that Jumia they've not been profiting for the past 15 years. You guys heard the news? So most of them, they are shutting down, and it's crazy. Now everybody's doing social commerce. If you want to buy stuff, you go on Facebook, you go on Instagram now to buy stuff. So these e-commerce guys, they are in for it actually. Next slide, please. Any questions? Okay, that was too sharp. Any questions?
So yeah, so I think that was a really great talk. Thank you very much, Olumide, for putting up that wonderful presentation.